Alright, well, since the last time I made a video, there's been a ton of stuff that has come out about various video games, especially Call of Duty. I don't know why, but I'm trying to get special kills for my Eladra SMG, and for some reason, even though I'm on the step where you have to kill a Mangler to get its arm, he's not spawning every single round. It's very strange. But anyways, hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to more Black Ops 6. In the background here, I'm just going to be grinding camos and zombies, but like I said, there have been plenty of things that have come out recently about Call of Duty, Battlefield, and a few other things. But firstly, just talking about Call of Duty, the Season 5 roadmap and like announcement officially came out, you know, showing a whole bunch of things about multiplayer, Warzone, and especially zombies. And it's kind of funny because the little trailer that they put out where it showed like all the content that's coming in the Season 5 update, the zombies section was only like, what, 30 seconds, which I mean, I assume we're probably going to get a trailer for the actual map at some point. But in terms of overall content, you know, the things that I care most about that's not the zombie stuff is the weapons that are coming, and they're adding a LMG, which is like the one that we saw in the original like teaser / ending cutscene for Season 4. But it looks like an LMG. It looks like the Bruin from Modern Warfare. I'm not sure how different it's going to be, and they're bringing back the ABR from Cold War, or the AUG from the other Call of Duty games, which like it's a cool gun and it's a Black Ops gun in my mind originally, even though it was originally in Modern Warfare 2. But anyways, yeah, that is another, what I'm assuming is an assault rifle, unless they do the Cold War thing where they add like a burst rifle into the marksman rifle slot or whatever, tactical rifles, whatever it is. But I think it's going to be an assault rifle from what I remember saying. And there's going to be a pair of boxing gloves, which is going to be part of an event, which is funny. I'm pretty sure they got leaked a while ago as well. But the weapon that I care about the most in this whole thing is the 357 revolver that they're adding. I thought it was going to come out in Season 4, but it ended up coming out, you know, in Season 5 by the looks of things. So it'll be the only revolver that they ever added into this game, which is kind of crazy considering that there's 4 semi-automatic pistols. It's also the only pistol that is going to be added into the game up until this point. For multiplayer, really quick, they're remastering, or I guess they're doing WMD from Black Ops 1 again, which I'm pretty sure they also did it for Cold War. But a lot of people are upset because the map is like not set in a snowy environment like the original map, and I'm pretty sure the Cold War version was also like that as well, which I don't really care one way or the other, although it is kind of weird that they changed the location of the map seemingly into like a regular urban environment. It's very odd. But yeah, going to the main part of the update, which I care about most, is the zombies map called The Reckoning, which is the leaked name that everybody has been calling it for the past like month already. So, and one of the first things that I noticed in the little snippet in the trailer was that you're seemingly going to parachute into the map, which I saw this funny tweet. I'm pretty sure it's just a joke, but it'd be funny. It was like, oh, this is the Outbreak version of the map that they're reusing for this trailer. Because yeah, I remember hearing that Liberty Falls, this entire location with, you know, the mansion, Liberty Falls, and the Janus Towers is supposed to be part of like a big Outbreak map. Yeah, that is a interesting way to go into a map. And there's also a brand new elite enemy with the Mecha Klaus, which is funny that they're bringing the whole Klaus robot thing back into the story. After all, up until this point, he's been, since Cold War, is just a pre-ordered skin that you could get. I wonder if he'll have unique lines if you play on The Reckoning. That'd be really funny. But yeah, there's also a new special enemy, which is the Commando Klauses, which sounds like they're gonna act exactly like the toxic zombies from Shattered Veil, even to like the point where they like run up to you and explode. But I'll have to wait and see. Maybe they're like, the way they move around and jump around might be different. I don't know. But the biggest thing that was shown in that teaser and in the little blog post is that there's a original wonder weapon for this map. And let me get the name so I don't mispronounce it like a moron, because it's something super strange and not at all what I thought it was going to be. The weapon is called the Gorgafex, which it's like this weird like bioorganic green pistol thing that like explodes when you shoot it, and you can like charge it up, and it has variations as well, which is something that they mentioned, which is very cool. But yeah, we knew that the weapon for, I think it was leaked that for Shattered Veil and for Janus Towers that the weapon was going to be a handgun, but it ended up being for the Reckoning map instead. But yeah, people were sort of disappointed that there's seemingly no new perk and no new ammo mod, even though we just got Shatter Blast. But yeah, I will say I would rather have like a really good map with unique enemies and an original wonder weapon. And yeah, a new perk would have been nice, but like out of the returning perks that they could bring back, it's like, what, there's Tombstone, Mule Kick, and well, what else is missing from Cold War that they didn't bring back? I'm not sure. I mean, if they wanted to be really whacking out there, they could bring back Black Ops 4 perks, but some of the Black Ops 4 perks have been like retrofitted into the augments. Like I think Time Slip's main ability, which is like speed up box spins, is just part of Speed Cola now, which is a good thing. And there's also a new field upgrade, which is, this is probably the coolest thing that they've done with any of the like additional content for like field upgrades and kill streaks and whatever, is the new field upgrade for this season is going to be Mr. P peaks, and it sounds like he's gonna sort of act as a monkey bomb, or maybe more so like a homunculus from Black Ops 4, because it says he like attacks enemies, and there's like augments that he can attack like stronger enemies and target them specifically, and other things like that. It seems really cool. I wish they would do more creative stuff like that just in zombies overall, but maybe that's a sign of things that Black Ops 7 is going to have, which is maybe just wishful thinking, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, this Ladra SMG, when you pack a punch and have double tap, is ridiculous. I don't know how well it scales into like the later rounds. I'm pretty sure it's not very well, but maybe they buffed it or something since they added it into the game. I'm not sure, but I mean, using it in here is really fun just because the zombies are still relatively weak. You could just spray a bajillion bullets at like Mach fucktillion. But I think the last thing I want to talk about in terms of the new zombies map is they showed the skin that you get for completing the Easter egg. Like the rest of the maps, is always a operator skin that you get, and it's for Gray this time, and it's like a whatever skin. She's like in a mechanic outfit type thing, but you can notice on her hip that she has these little vials, and they're not blood vials like from fucking Blood of the Dead. I saw people like trying to connect those two things, and even though they're literally not the same thing. But anyways, if you played a Modern Warfare 3 zombies, and everybody, you know, in terms of the story is always talking about how this game has to link up to Modern Warfare 3 and how the Requiem crew has to end up dying at some point. Yeah, the little machine from the Modern Warfare 3 intro cutscene where all the dead Requiem members are sitting around, there's vials in that little machine, and they look very similar, if not exactly the same, as the vials that Gray has on her hip in that operator skin. So I'll be curious to see what they do with that. I have this feeling, which I might be completely wrong, that the story is not going to like end the Requiem crew's story, because unlike past Treyarch games where there's always a gap of a few years, there's going to be a direct Black Ops sequel that will continue the zombie storyline. So I would be surprised if like the Requiem character's story ends in the next map, because they have a lot of stuff to link and pay off. I'm not sure if grinding headshots for weapons is as efficient on directed mode as it is just playing the game regularly, because yeah, the zombies scale the higher you go, but so many more spawn, and the time you have to wait in between rounds is like really long in directed mode for some reason, you know, if you loop the same round over and over again. But I don't know. Anyways, yeah, because I won't lie, I'm pretty sure it's agreed upon that zombies is probably the best part of this game. Obviously with not everybody is satisfied with like the writing / story, or you know, every single thing like that. But you know, I see people say crazy shit like Cold War Zombies is better than this, which is like, or even like Black Ops 4 Zombies is better than this, and I disagree, just purely based on the fact that a lot of BO4s and Cold War's zombies maps are built off of reused levels or maps, whether it be from Black Ops 4, where they just reused a bunch of old zombies maps for the Aether storyline maps, and the for Cold War, everything except for D Machine, I believe, is just reused from Cold War's campaign, which is crazy. I mean, it was made during COVID, so I mean, it's understandable, but still, I think Black Ops 6 Zombies having 100% original maps puts it above those two games for me personally. Now, Black Ops 4 does have the Chaos maps, which are all original and really good, and I would argue I like Black Ops 4's like art direction more than I like Black Ops 6's, just because it's more, I don't know, vibrant, and the lighting styles are more varied across each map. I've talked about that before. I'm not going to get into it. But overall, as a game, there's so much shit fucked up with Black Ops 4 in terms of the way that they changed the game. And that was the Cold War. Obviously, it's, you know, again, a bunch of reused stuff from the campaign. So I feel like even if you don't like Black Ops 6's multiplayer or the campaign, I would argue that Zombies is like pretty good in comparison to those, and even some of Treyarch's past games. I don't know, because obviously this is all coming out with Season 5. I don't know is there going to be a Season 6? Because if there is, it would come out like, let's see, if the game comes out in November and the next season starts in August. No, there's not going to be another season, would there? Because I think Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2 had a Season 6, and it extended into the beginning of whatever the next game's release was. At least that's how it worked, if I remember correctly. I might just be talking on my ass, I don't remember. But it does feel like sometimes that there's not like a cohesive narrative in terms of like all the little things that they've been like seemingly hinting at in like the story and everything, or just like the logic of certain things. Like I remember when the trailer for Black Ops 6 Zombies came out and they showed Terminus and they showed Weaver in his cell, there was a bunch of like stuff that looked like it was from Vanguard written, scratched into the walls, and that was just, I remember that ended up being explained as like, oh, a lot of stuff for not just zombies but Call of Duty generally is like outsourced. So sometimes you know, those developers from those other companies that Treyarch is outsourcing to will put things in like the environment or other trailers and things like that Treyarch directly did not put in there themselves. So with that specifically, I had nothing about Vanguard besides like Craft being a character, and the new wonder weapon, the Gore effects, sounding a lot like chord effects from Vanguard as well. So I mean, maybe there's a link there, we'll have to see. But yeah, random things like that in terms of like the narrative and world building are not always going to be brought up in terms of like being front and center in the story. But yeah, overall, I am really excited for the new Zombies map. Obviously, it's the last map for this game, unless they surprise us and put out another map right before the next game comes out. I don't think they're going to do that, but only, what is it, 9 more days, 10 more days, something like that, until we go right over there. Again, it is very strange that there are 3 maps that take place within like walking distance of each other. But yeah, in terms of other stuff happening, the more news, or I guess leaks, have come out about Battlefield 6. So obviously the reveal is happening on the, what was it, the 30th or the 31st? I don't actually remember. But for multiplayer, that is, I mean, it was previously leaked or rumored that the open beta was going to be coming out on August 4th, but there's since been like another update on that where that date is seemingly not correct. So yeah, that'd be really crazy if it was going to be that soon, which would then lend credence to the fact that the game might actually be coming out this year, which I don't think there's a release date for it yet. Was there in the reveal trailer? I don't actually remember, but yeah, hopefully it's soon. And I remember specifically it saying open beta in those rumors. So hopefully at some point, you know, people who don't want to just pre-order the game are going to be able to try it out and play it. So I guess we'll see. But there are also rumors about the potential battle royale mode coming out, which I'm not really like a big BR person, but I think talking about the stuff is still interesting. I'll watch videos of people playing Warzone and I'm like, oh, that actually looks fun. And then I try to play it for myself and I'm like, well, I'm not built for this. I'm too smooth brained to actually like do anything with any amount of forethought. And what it really is that like, it's the type of game where you actually have to pay attention to what you're doing and what's going on around you. And usually when I play games like Call of Duty, I usually have like videos and other music playing in the background, so I'm not like fully paying attention. But yeah, there was an image that came out that was seemingly showing the like actual map with like points of interest and everything from like an overhead perspective, which I can't tell if like that image is real or not, because like it doesn't look that big as for a battle royale map. Maybe I'm just not paying attention to how big battle royale maps actually are, but the map also didn't seem to be very like striking in terms of its like visuals. It seems to take place on like a beach. Yeah, I have no idea if that image is actually real. If you've been on Twitter, you probably know what I'm talking about. But one more thing before I go, the new update for Elden Ring Night Rain that was supposed to come out on the 31st has been delayed because there was like a tsunami warning near Japan, so they've pushed back the update for the game to a seemingly undisclosed time, which is like, yeah, obviously that makes sense. It would be absurd to get upset at something like that. So I was excited for the update to come out, but they also, before that whole tsunami thing happened, put out a tweet mentioning that Augur is going to be the first ever Dark that comes out for this new set of them. So on one hand, it sucks that we have to wait. On the other hand, when it does come out eventually, it's going to be Augur. So unless they magically transform that boss into something super, super fun and cool to fight, I don't mind waiting. And obviously, I hope that the developers are safe and, you know, their well-being is prioritized, obviously. I've also been playing Lords of the Fallen. Just jump to a random tangent really quick before I end the video. I started playing Lords of the Fallen again because I bought the game when it came out and it ran like absolute fucking shit. So I waited a little bit after playing a decent bit of it, and yeah, they kept adding like updates to the game that added like new content and just generally changing things about the game and how it worked. So I'm pretty sure all the updates for the game are out now. So for whatever reason, I feel like the game is like way easier than the last time that I played it. Like I feel like it just straight up do more damage, but I don't know, maybe that's just me not being a brainlet anymore. Who knows? Yeah, maybe I'll stream that or something at some point. I need to get back into doing a bunch of shit on this channel more consistently. My brother made 2 Warhammer videos about, I'm assuming about painting, on his channel, and they both have over 1,000 views already. So these are the first like 2 videos he's made about that. Yeah, I need to get back on my shit so he can stop clowning on me. So yeah, if for whatever reason you did enjoy this video and you want to help support the channel, then leaving a like and subscribing would be very much appreciated. I also need to do that playthrough of Devil May Cry 3 Crimson that I said I was going to do and then never did. Anyways, later.